What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... What in the world? This is a long list. What do we got here? Oh, that's why. Okay, well that explains it. Alright, we're coming back to Nightwish. Yes, indeed. Nightwish fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Oh boy. Okay, this is a long list, so I'm gonna start off the top. First of all, well, I'm just gonna start at the top of the list. Why not? I'll get to them and I'll get to him in a second. All right, so here we go. Let's see. This was requested by. Brace yourselves. I'm only gonna do this list once. I'm not gonna do it at the end. So if you want to hear your name, listen closely because this is your one and only chance. All right. So this is a request from Petra, Harbor S, Bill Addercliff, Chris Tony, Frank Kowalski, Athlanen, sure, why not? Little Raven, Old Muso 58, The Ashlander, Recent Island, Astra EJ, sure. That one, Weeaboo, Tommy, yeah, oh no, Tommy, or is only one M, so is it Tommy? No, it's only one M. Tommy, Metalaru, sure, why not? Aaron Pedersen, Cosmin Tuduri, what? Cosmin Tudurianu? Sure, why not? Okay, yeah. Joe Benoit, A Theater Kind of Girl, Clive Matthews, Dorian the Elf, Rami R, Raymond B. Crisp, Palantir 135, Doc 8645. We're almost done, I promise. Well, we're about halfway. Liz Frelick, PL, Alex Bodagon, Chewy's Custom Stickers, Thor, God of Thunder, DG, Jasmine Joe 2424, The Real Red Ace 01, Anthony Ferguson, Ordinary Critic, Pearl Jammer 76, Just Little Old Me, Duskwind, Miss Dove, Randall Jones, Carl Jensen, Louis Minton, Donna Hale, Dracula Belmont, Keith Spillman, Chris Carson, Tom Ward, Shika Matsushima, and last but certainly not least, Home Gnome. And this was actually one of Home Gnome's 3 prioritized requests for the month of February for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, everybody, especially Home Gnome. Hope you enjoy the show. And for all of you who requested this, make sure you thank Home Gnome because no joke, this was way down in the thousands. Like it was like, I think it was like 1004 or something like that. It was way down there. Well, what was the number? Yeah, well, there it is, 1004. It's right there on my list. So, yeah, make sure you thank it. And I also want to give a big shout out, thank you to Home Gnome for saving me a lot of time and effort in actually putting together that list of requesters. He saved me about an hour of work, so I appreciate that, Home Gnome. Thank you very much. All of these people, they all wanted to see me react to Nightwish, The Islander. Yes, indeed. This is the song that everybody's been telling me I gotta watch because this is one of the few songs that Marco actually sings lead on. So I'm looking forward to this. I am. I'm curious to see what he can do as a lead vocalist. Have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I recognize that song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I know I sound a little funny. I'm not my usual chipper, energetic self. I'm battling something. I don't know what it is, but it's not COVID. I know it's not COVID. But I'm fighting something, but I'm going to push through. I got some hot tea here, so, you know, we're going to push through this. We're going to make it happen. So, hey, I'm here for you guys. So, sick or not, doesn't matter. That the show must go on, as Freddie Mercury said. All right, this was posted by Ed Joss, and the video has 7.3 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Nightwish, The Islander, live at, I think it's pronounced Tampere. I think that's how people pronounce it, I think. I've heard the name several times. I believe it's pronounced, what I've heard it pronounced is Tampere. So we'll go with that. If I'm butchering it, I'm sorry. Let me know in the comments how to say it correctly. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Him, locking out front and center. Oh, he's got that double
Joo,
neck.
kyllä tää näyttää aika viihdyttävältä. Marko, kuka?
Marco, who?
Okei, joka tapauksessa tää on vakava tilanne. Täällä on 20 000 ihmistä ja risat. Ja sitten tässä on yksi mies ja kitara. Ja muut kurjat luikerot veti itsensä tuonne taaksepäin ja jättää minut tänne viihdyttämään itsekseen tällaista laumaa.
Nice.
On paras keksiä jotain.
You better come up with something good. And watch, there's going to be that one guy in the back of the crowd. Play some Skinnerd, man. Yeah.
Vai? Okei, näin se menee.
Like this.
A gnomon by a seashore at the end of day gazes the horizon with sea wind in his face. Tempest tossed silent, seasons all the same. Anchorage and painted and a ship without a name. Sea without a shore for the vanished one unheard. Lightens the beacon light at the end of the world, showing their way, lighting hope in their hearts. Once in their travels homeward from afar.
Okay, well, I had a question and it looks like it just got answered. I was about to ask, is this an actual Nightwish song or is this some sort of a jig that he knows or, you know, some Nordic folk song or something like that? But it looks like it's a Nightwish song because I just saw a couple people in the crowd mouthing along with the words. So, answered my question.
Eli jos mä soitan kertosäkeen, niin te varmaan laulatte mukana. Laulatte? Okei, sit se vedetään.
What happens to the subtitles?
This is for long forgotten, light at the end of the world, horizon crying, the tears he left behind long ago. The albatross is flying, making him daydream. Time before he became one of the world's unseen. Princess in the tower, children in the fields. Life gave him it all, and island of the universe.
There's a lot going on that I'm impressed by, actually. I mean, he is a bassist, and I know there's a lot of bass players who know how to play guitar, and vice versa. But there's a difference between knowing how to play an instrument and actually being skilled at it, I guess is a good way to put it. Look, I can play guitar too. I can. I am fully capable of playing guitar. I know the notes on the fretboard. I know the strings. I know some basic chords. Would I ever call myself a guitar player? Never in a million years, because I personally know I'm not good enough to be a guitar player. But Marco clearly does. I mean, he's doing a great job. And I'm not just talking about the fact that he's playing the guitar. I mean, look, okay, this is so hard to explain. Like I was saying earlier, there's a difference between being able to play a guitar and actually playing it. You know what I mean? Like, if you were to give me a guitar and ask me to play this song, I could figure it out. Give me half an hour, you know, and I'll figure out the chords. I will, but it's going to take me some time to figure them out. He just came up and just started playing it. So, obviously, he knows how to actually play. Not only that, but I'm watching his right hand. He's got great strumming technique. He's alternating between plucking and strumming, number one. But when he does strum, he's not... I mean, he's strumming the guitar very much like he plays his bass. He's not holding on to the pick super strong and super rigidly. It's more like a feathering motion. And he feathers and then he plucks, and then he feathers and then he plucks, and then he feathers and then he plucks. And it sounds really cool. And it's really well done. It's very clean. So, kudos to him. Absolute kudos to him. I do have a question, and this is not a criticism. This is not a criticism. This is actually, I actually have this, it's a legit question, and I don't think, but I hope nobody takes this as criticism. Why play the double neck? If you're just going to be playing guitar, why not make your life a little easier and take your double neck off and just pick up a guitar, if that's all you're going to play anyway? You know, I don't understand why he's playing the double neck. Now, maybe later on in the song, we still got 3 minutes to go, maybe he's going to play the bass a little bit, you know, and switch off between the two. I don't know. I wish I knew, but I guess we'll find out. Let's keep going here.
Now his love's a memory, ghost in the fog. Sits to say some last and say farewell to the world. Anchor to the water, I see it far below. Rustle in his feet and a smile beneath his brow. This is for long forgotten, light at the end of the world. Horizon crying, the tears he left behind long ago.
Get some assistance now.
So long ago.
Harmonies, huh? All right. I like the staggered entrance from the band there. That was nice. It was very effective. Starting out with just the drummer. Okay, hold on. New drummer's name is Kai. I've been paying attention to the comments. Coming in with Troy, who is not an unofficial member. He is actually an official member, which I do read the comments. Listen, I do read the comments, but understand, folks, that I filmed 6 weeks in advance. So when you're watching this right now in February, I'm filming it right now. What's today's date? Today is the 19th. So, no. It just I'm behind. It's the 20th now. Okay. Sorry, my bad. It is the 20th. Okay, I thought it was the 19th. Anyway, I lost a day somewhere. That's what happens when you get sick. So it's December 20th right now. So yeah, like I said, I filmed 6 weeks in advance. So you're watching in February. But I did read all the comments. They were telling me he's not an unofficial member. He became an official member. Stop calling him the unofficial member. Guys, I didn't know. I heard people saying the unofficial 6th member. And I'm like, okay, well, he's unofficial 6th member then. I can only go on what you guys tell me. But having Kai and Troy come in, then Tomas came in, and now Floor's coming in. Nice staggered entrance. I like that. It helps build the song up. It helps not from an anticipation standpoint, but just honestly from a structure standpoint, from a layered structure standpoint. Very effective. Sounds really good, and it just adds a little bit of, I wouldn't say complexity, but it definitely adds some body to the song, which is nice. It's really nice. His vocals on this, very impressive. Very impressive. We'll talk more about his vocals later. Let's get back to the song for right now.
This is for long forgotten, light at the end of the world, horizon crying, the tears are left behind so long
Contrast in their tones. I'm talking about Floor's and Marco's. Floor, of course, has that nice, full-sounding voice. Not in an operatic way, but it very much in just a nice, full, rounded voice that doesn't sound pinched. It doesn't sound thin, but at the same time, it doesn't sound, super rich and deep, like a lot of operatic singers get. Now, she's figured out a good, rounded out tone, and it sounds really good, opposed to Marco's tone. Now, Marco's tone, if we're being honest here, okay, look, let's be objective here, okay? Seriously, let's take a step back, and let's be objective here. He's got a great tone. It does. I love his tone. I want to be clear about that. I love the way he sings. I love his tone, and I love his diction, his vowel formation. He's singing on pitch, clearly. I love everything about his tone. I'm just making an observation. This is not a criticism. This is just an observation. His voice does sound a little, I don't want to say thin, but it does have that kind of pinched quality. You know what I mean? But it's very endearing, especially in a style of band like this where you don't want two singers who sound exactly the same, because then it's like, what's the point? You want to have some differences. And this is a great difference. Marco's voice, like I said, it does have that a tiny little bit of a pinched quality to it, but that's what makes it stand out. That's what makes it sound different from Floor's. Like I said, this is not a criticism. I mean, I've heard singers with pinched voices, and it sounds Oh, God, it sounds like cartoonish almost. No, this is not the case. He just has a little slight pinch in his voice. Not a criticism, not a bad thing. Just makes him stand out and makes it sound different. That's all. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I love it. It sounds really good. So please keep that in mind. I'm just waiting for all the Nightwish fanboys and fangirls. You know, his voice is perfect the way it is, blah, 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 blah. Look, I never said it wasn't. I'm just making the observation. Good Lord. Some people get so butthurt over, like I said, this isn't even a criticism. This is just an observation. And watch how much hate I get in the comments for making that observation. Dear Lord, I'm just waiting for it. Anyway, let's finish this out and we'll get to the review. We'll talk about everything. Really nice. Very nicely done. I do have a lot to say, but not as much as I thought I was going to have to say. I'll probably be able to wrap this up, honestly. I'll probably be able to wrap this up in like 10 minutes or less. I'll be honest with you. I thought it was going to be like, 15, 20 minutes worth of stuff to talk about. No, I'll be able to wrap this up in 10 minutes or less. You watch. Not really a whole lot. I've already talked about most of it, so I just have to retouch on those points. This really isn't going to need a whole lot of thought. I'll see you in the review. I'm heading over there right now, so I'll see you there. Well, there you go, folks. That was Nightwish with The Islander. This was a request from a whole lot of people that I mentioned at the beginning. I am not going to mention all those people again. It would take me another like 4 minutes just to do all that, and I'm not going to do it, okay? If you want to hear your name, go back to the beginning of the video and watch and listen for your name. However, I do have to give a shout out to one person, and that is Home Gnome, because Home Gnome requested this as one of his 3 prioritized requests for the month of February for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Home Gnome. Hope you enjoyed the show, and thank you once again for all your help of putting all that gigantic list of requesters together. And to all the requesters, I hope you enjoyed the show too. Make sure you thank Home Gnome, because I'm serious, this was down in it was the extremely low thousands, but it went up to number 1 because of him. So make sure you thank him for that. Okay, the moment of truth. Score. On a scale of 1 to 10, taking everything into account here, I can't even lie. It was impressive. I'm gonna give that a 9.0. Yep, 9.0. I feel great about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Alright, it was impressive. I'm not gonna lie. Look, I knew Marco could sing. I've heard him sing a couple of times as the backing vocalist. I've never heard him sing lead until now. And I had all these people saying, you gotta hear him sing lead. He sounds really good. He sounds amazing. And I listened to all those people. So I'm not gonna lie. I had a certain level of expectation. And to be perfectly honest with you, he met it. He met my level of expectation. I was expecting it to about sound like that. And it sounded really amazing. And like I said, you guys hyped him up, and he delivered on the hype. In a couple of spots, he even surpassed it. Now, the surpassing wasn't on a continual... excuse me. Sorry. The surpassing wasn't on a continual basis. Like, I wasn't continually having my mind blown, like, every 15, 20 seconds. It wasn't that, but there were a couple of spots in his vocals that I was like, oh, ah. And then another minute went by. Oh, okay. Like I said, there was like 4 or 5 spots out there that I was like, okay, that was impressive. Good. So did he exceed my expectations? He did. A little. A little. No, I expected him to sing well. After hearing him singing backing vocals, with Flora and with Tarja too, I was impressed with him. So coming into this, I was expecting nothing less, and he definitely delivered. Great. I said this before about his tone. I just want to be clear on this. I like his tone. I do. It's unique. It makes him stand out when singing along with Floor. If he had a full, round, rich tone like she does, if his tone was exactly like hers, there would be no distinction. They would sing together. They would blend really well. They would blend together perfectly, but there would be no distinction. None. Other than pitch. And that's not... I know a lot of people would say that would be a good thing.
I respectfully disagree.
I don't think that would work. I like his tone for this band. I like the fact that it does have that little itty bitty bit of a pinch. I like it because it makes his sound unique, it makes his voice unique, and it makes his voice stand out. It is not, I repeat, not a criticism. I am not criticizing the man for it. I'm giving him props, if anything. And I'm not even really doing that. It's just making the observation of this is what it is. I will go on record and say that I do like it. I like it the way it is. I don't think it needs to change. It sounds really good with this band. So, and listening to him and Floor doing their towards the last 2 minutes of the song where they started going to their harmonics, that was really nice. It was really nice. The modulations between it's an inverted fifth, but it's technically a fourth, Marco singing the fifth and, Floor singing the root above, but it's an inverted fifth, but it is by count a fourth. Hearing them, modulating between fours, major thirds, and even minor thirds, and they're constantly moving around within that space. It sounded really cool, man. I mean, that is not easy to do. You have to really know your notes in order to do that. And you have to know what we're going to move to. Are we going to move to a major third? Are we going to stay on the minor third? Are we going to jump up to the fourth? What are we going to do on the next note? And you have to know, and then you have to know what note you're going to sing in corresponds to what your partner is going to sing. So, for example, they're in D, right? Okay, yeah, the song was in D, one of my favorite keys. So they're in D. The root would be D, right? The fifth would be the A. Now, so you have Marco singing the A underneath the D. So Flora's got the D, Marco's got the A. Now, if they're going to modulate down, so let's say Marco goes from an A to a G. Now, Flora's going to go down with him, obviously, but instead of doing the fourth, which in this case would be going down to C, maybe she goes down to the B and makes it a third. Do you see what I'm saying? A major third, to be more specific. So you have to know your integers, you have to know your semitones, you have to know your chordal structures, and most importantly, you have to know the roadmap of the song, where we're going to go. So, great job on both of the vocals. I liked the staggered entrance of all the other band members coming in and joining him halfway through the song. Starting off with Kai, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I hope I'm right. I know it's K-A-I, and I'm pretty sure it's Kai, right? If that's not how you pronounce his name, please let me know in the comments. And I'll start pronouncing it correctly in about 6 weeks. Let's see. Troy coming in with that flute, which was really nice. I know it's a special type of, it's like a bass flute or something like that, but it's something, I don't know what it's called. It's a type of woodwind instrument. That was a nice addition. I was not expecting that. It was great to hear, though. It fit the song like a glove. Tomas over there on the keyboards helping out, and Flora, of course, entering with her vocals. Prior to that, though, the show was all about Marco. Up there on stage, front and center. Well, not even front and center. He came out to that solo spot platform and was going solo for quite a while, actually. The question still stands, and I'm still not sure what the answer is. And again, this is not a criticism. I'm just asking a question here. Why was he playing the double neck? If all he was going to do was play guitar, why not make your life a little easier? Take the double neck off, pick up a guitar, sling it on your shoulder, and then walk out to the crowd. I don't understand why he kept the double neck on. It's extra weight. It's a little awkward to play, and as you saw, he had to put his foot up and so he could rest the guitar on his knee. Would have been a lot easier if he was just playing a guitar. Speaking of guitar, his guitar playing was very nice. It was excellent. It was well done, especially for a bass player. I know, like I said earlier, I know there's a lot of bass players who they say they can play guitar. Hey, I can play guitar too. I can fiddle around with it. I know where the notes are. I know how to build a chord, but it's not second nature to me like playing bass is. Watching him play guitar, it was like second nature. It was, and that was really cool to watch him play a guitar just as effortlessly as he plays bass. So good for him. Really good job on his part. His right hand technique, I dig how he plays with that pick. I don't know how he does it. Every time I play with a pick, I am squeezing that pick for dear life because I'm so scared of dropping it. He's got this relaxed grip on his pick where he's just strumming and it just feathers across. Whether he's playing bass or guitar, it doesn't matter. It just feathers across the strings. I don't know how he does it. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how he does it. I would love to be able to do it because I'll tell you, I hate playing with a pick. And part of the reason I don't like playing with picks is because by the time I'm done playing for like an hour using a pick, my hand and my forearm is killing me. It hurts because I'm squeezing onto that pick for dear life. So I don't know. Maybe I just gotta have the confidence that he has. I don't know, but I mean, it's impressive to watch him pick. No, this was a really impressive performance. It was. It met all of my expectations and even exceeded them slightly in parts. So that is how we're getting to the 9.0. So 9.0, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show, and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.